All right.
Instantly gets distracted. So this is the first episode.
Oh, we started it. You
Um,
recording?
yeah,
Oh, hello. Hi,
yeah.
friends. I'm Wain. You watch this?
This is the first episode. There weren't any others.
No. No, it's what is episode 1.1.
Yeah, this is episode 1.1. There we go.
This is like an Apple's update. We'll just keep making it smaller.
Yeah, software update.
Yeah.
It. So last time, what happened was I was editing it, so I had to listen through the whole thing to make sure it worked. There was bits, where people disturbed me coming in talking and stuff like that. I had to
Did you
cut
actually
that
edit
out.
it? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I had to cut that out.
I thought you just put it on fully when you just recorded it, uploaded it. That's what I thought you did.
No.
I haven't watched it,
Um,
by the way.
did you watch some of it?
No, not watching any
Oh,
of it because I feel like if I do watch it and
well,
it's so bad,
well, do you not? Did you not get my message about it?
I got your message now when I when I came on Discord. That's when it pops up.
Um, yeah. So what happened was I spent literally like a whole day editing,
Oh,
and
did you
then
actually? You actually
yeah,
did
and
some
then
work.
I went to uploaded it. Uploaded. I went to upload it,
You a bit
and
drunk?
it was it was it was like, you can't upload anything longer than 15 minutes if you're not verified, and it took like half an hour to upload it because it was this massive file. So I was like, fuck. So I had to. I,
What do you mean
I went through
15
that
minutes?
process, which wasn't bad going through that
Yeah.
process, but it was just a bit annoying that it hadn't told me before I'd been sat there for ages uploading it. Then as soon as that was done, I uploaded it and it was like, this won't work because it's in the wrong format or something. So I was like, fuck. Took it down, like messed around with it for ages, put it back up, bam. That was the final time. And then I sent you the link to it. I was like, it's perfect. It's up. Go listen to it. It's amazing. And then literally I started watching it and I was like, hang on a minute. I didn't think we'd recorded for this long because it was like 5 hours long. And I was like, what? So I skipped to the end and there was literally like 3 hours at the end where it was just dark silence.
Oh, nice. That was actually in the podcast. That's what
And
I that.
and I was like, oh, what has happened here? Like, what has gone on? And it just made me want to cry.
How
And
long was you on it
so,
for?
how long was I editing it for?
Yeah.
Literally my entire day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my entire day was spent editing it because for some reason, like, there was little bits that just weren't working. So I was like, oh, fine. And obviously, like, moving the files around because the files were so big of us talking, it took like genuinely like 20 minutes every time I moved it from like one file place to another. So it just took the entire day. And then at the very end of it, finding out that there was like 3 hours of just dark silence at the end, I was like, all right, fuck it. So I deleted it and it was like, do you want to save a backup? If not, it won't be there like when you get to it or whatever. And I was like, no, I don't need to save a backup because I've just been uploading it from the same place every time. So I deleted it and then I just couldn't find the files anywhere of the first episode of the podcast.
Oh, that sounds like a shit day.
So it was like I'd done all that work and then I can't even find the first episode. So it's gone forever.
Is it actually no? So it's I thought it was not uploaded. I thought it
No,
uploaded.
no, it's gone.
Is it actually gone? Full on.
It's gone.
So this is actually the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell my ham story again.
Oh, fuck's sake. Worst story ever.
I mean, you named it, so obviously it had to be. Very good.
Yeah, I named the first episode like I don't even want to talk about it. It's too traumatizing. Spending like 8 hours of my day pissing about with it, and then in the end, I'd accidentally just deleted it all. Yeah, that was like that was a
Yeah.
bad day.
Right. I reckon if I had your head, I would be the same height as you.
That's not true.
I reckon it will. Yeah,
Because
yeah, it will.
my shoulders and everything are higher than yours, and
No.
my neck's way longer. My neck's like twice the length of your neck, because it has to hold up a massive block of a head.
Has to hold all that weight.
Yeah, my head weighs like 5 stone.
That reminds me of that meme where the guy's neck is literally as wide as his shoulders.
That guy is. I remember reading a thing that was like, oh yeah, he's gonna join the UFC or something, or he was gonna have an MMA fight. Fucking.
Still
Oh, I
wouldn't
wanted
work.
to. This week, I had some topics written down.
I had
Um,
some topics written down, and
oh, do you?
my phone's on charge. Well, I no, what happened was through the week I put stuff down like you asked me to,
Yeah.
and then yesterday I looked at them, and then none of them made any sense at all.
It's like you'd been noting it down, but you hadn't spelled any of it right, and you'd
Yeah,
like missed out loads of words. So you're like, what the fuck have I written?
that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah. Um. So first of all, I was gonna say in sort of boring news, but it's sort of important to me. Um, I got sent a new bus pass thing because my free bus pass has run out, and obviously, the bus company's just like, here's a card that you can use to pay for more expensive tickets though if you want, and also my provisional license came. I know you're amazed.
Please don't.
So what do you want to start with your points that you can't read?
No, I don't. Well, my phone's on charge at the moment, and it's in the
So
other
you're
room.
telling me you
So
wrote down points that you can't read, and as well as that, on top of it, you've not even got them with you.
you are correct.
You sometimes you're useless.
Right, I think I'll see if I can remember some of them.
Okay.
One of them, I was gonna write a poem.
Oh.
Going to write a poem, not wrote a poem. I was going to,
Oh.
but then I was gonna do it yesterday,
You were
but
gonna.
then.
Wow. First topic. I was gonna write a poem, but then I didn't.
And guess what it was gonna be about?
What?
Weird ham. But now you're not gonna get that, are you? So thank God I didn't write it because I'd have done that for nothing.
Yeah. Now people won't understand the ham reference.
How have you actually deleted? I'm so shocked how
It
you
was an
deleted the rest of them.
accident. I didn't
Well,
mean to delete it.
what did you actually send me then?
So that was the uploaded version, but then I
Yes.
took that down because of what's it called? Because I noticed there was the audio like massive gap at the end.
So
So
the stuff you sent me is that you edited it, you uploaded it. Now I've got a 3 hour thing, and then you.
yeah, that's what that was. But then because it's been deleted, it now doesn't exist anymore.
But but you sent it to me, so it still exists, right? I got it. I can save what you sent to me.
Yeah, but if you click on it, it doesn't lead to anything anymore
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
because the links expired or whatever.
So never mind my points, Joe. Let's go to your points.
Right. So because I thought we would both have some points. I've got 4 points. First of all, I was gonna say, have you watched any good TV recently?
Hmm. Let me think. Well, I went to cinemas.
You went cinema?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah, they're open.
Damn it, they're not. I don't think they will be where I am.
You've got that one Oldham cinema that's really small, don't you?
What Odeon? Yeah, it's an alright cinema.
Yeah, I should see ours. Oh, it's got revamped.
Cineworld.
It looks sick.
It's been
Yeah,
revamped.
yeah.
Since when?
Since
Coronavirus,
yeah,
probably.
coronavirus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they started construction.
When did they have so much time to revamp it?
I've not been into it. I haven't been to it since last year.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah, and I was with my niece and nephew, so I watched this movie called 100% Wolf.
100% Wolf.
Yeah,
I've not even seen trailers or heard anything about that. What's that about?
exactly, Joe. Exactly.
You watched it and you still don't know.
I mean, I was just daydreaming the whole time,
Oh, what?
like I did in school. I just did it then. Good
Yeah.
practice.
Exactly like
It
in
was-
school when
it was
you'd
a-
just be sat there doing nothing.
Yeah, and then someone asked me a maths question, I get it right. And then someone asked me an English question, and I'd be like,
Why are you asking me English questions in maths?
shut up. No,
um,
it was about a wolf. No, it was about people, werewolves. It was about werewolves, but they like
werewolves.
keep, like they protect people. But then the town, yeah, they go out at night into town and they like
This
make
is a
sure
kids'
everyone's safe.
movie.
Yeah, and no, it was like cartoony, and
All right.
basically humans don't like werewolves, and werewolves don't like dogs, and dogs don't
The
like
werewolves don't
werewolves.
like dogs.
Yeah, so and then when they transform, when the new one knew someone was gonna get transformed, he transformed into a poodle,
What?
and then he had to go on this journey of fitting in
What are
with
you
the
talking
dogs.
about?
The
There was a new werewolf that turned into a dog.
Yeah, so when you reach a certain age, then you get the power to turn into a werewolf.
Sounds like a good premise, but I
Oh,
don't think it's that good if you didn't remember 90% of it.
there's a ginger guy that in one of them.
There's a ginger guy. Thanks for that movie review.
Oh, you know what? I also
There's
want
a
to talk about.
werewolf and it turns into a poodle, and there's a ginger guy in it.
I always remember the
What
ginger
were
guy.
you gonna say? Talking about
The Gamescom.
Gamescon. One
Yeah.
second, someone's just started fucking cutting the grass outside. You can just fucking hear it. God damn it.
It sounds like you got a fan in the background. Hello. It's me.
I actually almost regret complaining because it's my neighbour that I like. Anyway, Gamescon.
It was good.
Did you watch the live streams or something?
Yeah, I didn't know it was live stream until someone told me. And
How did it even work this time?
it's literally just a guy said, "Now this game, now this game,
All right,
now this game."
just one guy.
Yeah, it was he did Xbox's live thing. So I don't know why it was at Gamescom. I thought it was to do with Xbox.
Well, maybe he was like a Microsoft person, and you've just watched the Microsoft stuff.
No, he did the whole show.
Yeah, but did he also do like some PlayStation games?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
The weird,
maybe it was just like the host, the
He's a-
single host,
he's an
you know,
insider.
to avoid contamination.
He's a spy sent to destroy Xbox. Dun, dun, dun.
Um, so what were you gonna say that you were looking forward to anything in particular from
New
Gamescom
Warhammer.
or new Warhammer? Yeah, I saw that. There's a new Warhammer game. It's what's it even called? It's like a shooter, isn't it?
It's like dark. It begins with D. That's all I can remember.
It begins with a D.
It
Brilliant.
does.
This is a
Warhammer.
great
I
conversation.
think it's Dark Side. That's popular.
Dark
now,
side.
Maybe. It looked good. There was a dragon
Dark
in it.
Tide.
Oh, was it Dark Tide?
Dark Tide. Yeah,
That was close. Close enough. It looked good.
it's a new first-person shooter. Yeah,
I've never actually really played any of the Warhammer games. Except from
I know you haven't played any, but you'd like watching them, don't you?
quite cool.
So have you got anything more on this
Also-
conversation topic?
Also,
Yeah.
a new game called Spellbreak. Found out it's coming out on Xbox. Oh my god, something pop up. Yeah, it's coming out on Xbox. I think on the 1st of September. No, was it 1st or 4th? I think it was 4th. We can't wait for that. No, looks so good. It's like
What's
wizard-
that going to be about?
it's a wizard's battle royale.
Wizard Battle Royale.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
But it's right. I don't like when games do things like Wizard Battle Royales because it's always something like. For me personally, I feel like wizards should be way more powerful than they are. Whereas when you have like a battle royale of wizards, it's all like, oh, I use water splash, and another guy is there like, oh, I use fireball, and it's like,
Are you describing
What?
Avatar right now?
no. See, I used to quite like Avatar, you know, because I grew up with it on like Nickelodeon and stuff, and they've put it on Netflix, haven't they?
Yo, I'll make you one on it. Make you one on Netflix.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that.
Why?
Oh, because they're making a live action one, and the Netflix added the people who made the original cartoon series, and then those like two directors or whatever quit because Netflix would try to make it like in the style of like Riverdale or something.
Riverdale?
And as soon as I heard that, I was just like, oh fuck.
No, Riverdale sounds shit. Oh, I watched like 2 seasons of Riverdale.
Yeah.
No, right.
Riverdale so shit. I watched 2 seasons.
Yeah, but it was shit that I didn't watch the rest of the seasons. I got bored. Just wasn't interested. There's a ginger guy in it.
Apparently it's quite bad, but it's pretty damn hot.
Oh
There's
yeah,
like a lot.
yeah, I understand.
They really like go over the top.
Yeah, with the dance scene, especially.
With like sexualizing people.
That's probably why it's so big.
Yeah, it is definitely. See, creepy people watching it with the dicks out, and then
seasons.
occasional, like girls with really bad taste in movies and TV being like, "Oh no, it's actually really good if you watch it. If you give it a chance."
Like Love Island.
Oh, like Love Island.
I think it's Joe. I
that
reckon
wank.
if you watched it, you would actually like it.
I wouldn't, because I hate those people.
Exactly.
The types of people that are on it. I know loads of people that I know are like, oh my god, I think I do really well on Love Island. You wouldn't, because first of all, you're not in good enough shape. Secondly, you're not enough of like a dick.
No, that's the thing though. That's why you watch it, because you hate them and you see them fuck up all the
I
time.
don't think most people are watching it because they hate them.
No, but that's what I mean.
That's why you watch it.
There's always one that's like a cuddly like guy who like never does anything wrong.
There's always like one nice guy.
And you always root for
everyone else
him.
is just everyone else is just fucking like having sex with anyone they can.
Yeah, and there's one guy on his own. Like, I just want to go. I just want to be
There's
loved.
one guy like, I just want to find love. And everyone else is like, yeah, whatever, pussy.
He's actually there for genuine reasons. The other guys, I just want money.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
That's how all of it is. I hate hearing about people after it. It's like, I don't care. I didn't care when it was on. And I don't know why now fucking some newspapers posting a thing like, oh, look at... I don't even know anyone's name from it to
Molly.
draw from. But it's like,
Tom.
look at Molly from Love Island now.
Molly, mate.
It's
yeah,
like,
I don't get that. I was like, I care. I do watch it. I've never watched all of it. I usually give up halfway. But at the start, it's really interesting because there's a lot of beef and a lot of because everyone's ego's big. It's kind of like the fighting to be out.
Yeah, they all just love themselves. They're all there going on about how great they are, and then someone else is like, I mean, my biceps are bigger than yours, and then there's like it all kicks off. And it's like,
I can tell you haven't watched it. I can tell you've never watched it.
Why is that not what happens?
No, not really.
I feel like it is.
Oh, but it's more like they know they have a good body, so like they show it off, but then show it off in a way where they're acting like they don't know they're showing it off. If you get me?
Oh yeah, like subtle things.
Yeah, like a girl bends over to pick something up. It takes like 5 seconds and three different camera angles.
Yeah, it takes like 5 minutes. There's like different like zoom in effects.
Like fucking Bollywood.
Whoosh. Yeah, like a Bollywood film, just around this girl.
That would be funny. I would watch it even more if that happened.
I think I would actually watch it if it was like that, but it's not. It's like there's a commentator who.
I've never laughed at any of his jokes.
Is he Scottish?
No.
Or something. Maybe I'm thinking of a commentator for something else. There's a commentator I'm thinking of who I actually quite like as like a person and a commentator.
I think you think that he does have I don't know. Yeah, I would say he's Scottish. He has a Scottish accent, but I think he's Scottish, but he's lived in London for a long time. It's kind of merged.
Yeah, he's not like Glaswegian.
No.
They wouldn't have him on if they couldn't fucking understand him. So basically what's happened here is fucking Molly has gone off on one.
Do you have some Scottish people on the show though and stuff?
It's about like diversity, isn't it? Having multiple languages.
Imagine everybody Scottish Love Island.
Scottish. I think that I would watch that.
And Frankie Boyle on it.
Yeah, I'd love that.
That's a show.
I like how Frankie Boyle's the only famous Scottish person you can think of.
I know Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi.
Who else?
His granddad, Peter Capaldi,
Is he famous?
played Doctor Who. Yeah, he played Doctor Who for a bit.
Did he?
Yeah,
Which
he was
one?
terrible at it. God, I hated it.
Which one?
He played the old one.
Oh, was that the
Before the
newest
woman.
kind of one? I liked him. He was one of my favourite.
Oh, Jesus.
Saying that, I hate the woman one. Not because she's a bad actor. It's more because they made it into like more of a
the
kids.
script and everything. The script and everything is just bad.
They go, no way, and they put on this proper forced northern accent. No way, I didn't know that.
No, that's actually how she speaks.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, I would hate to talk to her.
She's from Yorkshire.
Yeah, but it's just it feels so poor.
Oh my god!
Yes, exactly.
Look out! It's the Daleks. Yeah.
Nah, it's just not good scripts, right? And it's not.
Yeah,
I watch it because
not...
I'm a fan of Doctor Who. I don't watch it because I like it. This season.
The thing is, if you look at any Doctor Who, it's not that good. It's never
No.
It's never particularly well written. Like the CGI and everything, and like the costumes, they're not great.
Yeah, I get that,
but as a kid,
yeah,
it's
I get
amazing.
That. But I disagree with you on. It wasn't. It was. I think it was the two before the old one.
I think the three before the old guy were great.
You talk the third one, wasn't he like a baldy black hair guy?
A baldy black hair guy.
Well, he was like he had like a bowl cut.
He didn't have a bowl cut. It was Matt Smith, then David Tennant, then Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, those. The last one, I was like, it was all right. But
you didn't like Christopher Eccleston?
I liked him, but the story wasn't as good as the other two.
Oh, I think it picked up from Christopher Eccleston, and then got handed over to David Tennant, and David Tennant did a really good job, and then it got handed over to Matt Smith, and Matt Smith did a great job, and then it all went downhill from there.
No, the story was so good though. I was so interested.
I know it was.
Pandora's Black Box and stuff.
Spoilers. I loved episodes like that.
Spoilers.
And I don't remember if it was David Tennant or Matt Smith, but there was one who was like in a library and there were skeletons in spacesuits.
Yeah.
And I remember that being genuinely like, as a kid, I was genuinely scared of it. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, they were great episodes.
Small Joe. Oh fuck.
Yeah, like 10-year-old me, just with the same. I'm exactly the same. I look just the same.
Same head.
The same deep voice. Same size head.
Small body, same size head.
Yeah, and I just fuck. This is well scary. Yeah, exactly.
Childhood's from Northern England.
You can tell I'm from the north sometimes. Sometimes it comes through broader.
No, I think to us, because we're so used to the accent.
Because we're from north.
Yeah, from
we don't recognise it.
Exactly. We don't recognise the subtle ones, but the subtle like words.
You notice some people are so broad that even my ears that are like conditioned to hear northern words are like, oh my god, you're well northern.
Yeah, no, see, you're northern.
You're well northern.
But so like anyone else,
you're well northern.
Oh, shut up! I don't sound like that.
How does it even make it funny then? I was just repeating "you're well northern" in different voices.
What voice was that called?
I don't know. It's just a voice.
You're well northern.
You're well northern. That's almost like Cockney or something. Terrible Cockney, but still.
I'm gonna stop. Can we stop? Why do we always go on to accents?
Look,
Because then
I
I
just
try to
happen
do
to
it.
be doing one.
I try to do it. You go, that's terrible. I feel ashamed that you do this amazing one. So
I'd love it if we post this and like you're doing accents and so am I. And everyone's like, David's amazing at accents. Joe's shit.
this whole time it's been the opposite way around.
Harris is absolute wank at accents. Yeah.
Do you know the speaking of accents, the song "Life Is a Highway"?
Life is a highway.
Yeah, from the Cars movie.
Speaking of accents,
Yeah,
ever seen Cars?
I started singing it, in the shower and that. And I think I've got a good southern accent.
Go on then.
Southern, no, I'm not gonna
Like
do
Texas.
it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, but I do.
Well, howdy. That sounds more like a woman. I can do like a female from Texas.
Go on then.
Howdy there, partner. There you go. There's my man from Texas.
I thought that was your woman for Texas.
That was my woman.
that's why I'm laughing.
Howdy, partner. My name's Deborah.
You reminded me of a character of The Office, American Office. She calls Joe. She comes in with that same accent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because she's southern. I wondered who you're talking about for a second, because I've seen The Office. I was like, who the fuck speaks like that?
Yeah, she comes
But
in.
you weren't talking about my deep voice. You were just talking about southern.
Yeah, I like that character. She's quite nice. I feel like she's got a thing for Michael in the show.
Really?
Don't spoil it.
You think?
More of like a pay kind of way. Like you might get a pay fuck,
No.
No. God no.
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 I don't think so at all.
Yes.
Yes. Other topics. So, what were we even talking about? We talked about movies, didn't we? Movies and TV, kind of. We basically grazed over those topics and then went on to accents, because, like you say, we always do. I was going to say about have you ever seen Legend of Korra?
No. Is that movie?
So you know Avatar?
Yeah.
That amazing cartoon from when we were kids.
The blue one or the Airbender one?
The Airbender.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Thank you. And so I used to really enjoy that. And then, did you never see Korra? Korra was like the follow up.
No, I've never seen it.
She was like the next Avatar.
Wait, you talking about the movie or the series?
I'm talking about the series.
I watched the series when I was a kid, but I don't remember it because I watched it as a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. From when we were kids. How don't you remember cartoons from when you were a kid?
I remember SpongeBob. Adventure
Fucking
Time
hell.
was great.
Adventure Time was amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
a
like
boss, baby,
we
and
grew
I
up
guess
in a
I
great
can
time.
move.
Like Adventure Time, we had Gravity Falls, Regular Show.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I've got a massive smile on my face thinking about this.
Even now,
Star
sometimes.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars, beautiful.
Did you think that was great?
Bro, I rewatched it like at the start of quarantine.
Man, I really I enjoyed watching it, but I feel like going back to that now, I don't know if I'd like it as much.
No, because the last few seasons they've made recently, and it's more
Is it still being made?
the last season just got made in quarantine. It got released in quarantine, and it looks like a movie.
I might actually get back into it then.
Honestly, it's so good. I loved it.
I rewatched Regular Show and Adventure Time towards the start of quarantine. So not the whole show, it's just like bits of them, like clips.
Yeah,
Oh my god, Regular Show was great.
Do they actually have a overall arcing story? Or is it just
In Regular Show,
yeah? Was it just like Phineas and Ferb? It's just like
in regular, at first they don't. I don't think. It's a bit more like you say. There's no like continuity. It's just like episode to episode stuff happens.
Yeah.
Whereas as they get into like, I think season 3 or 4. I don't even know how many seasons there are. But after like the first 1 or 2 seasons, it starts like pairing things up. So things like Rigby gets with Eileen. Mordecai has like 3 different girlfriends who all end up hating him.
Yeah, right, I get it.
Because he's terrible at it. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
I don't know which. I think Adventure Time should have a really good game to come out. If someone made a game of Adventure Time, I know there is a game of Adventure
There were
Time,
like a few games for
but
Adventure Time.
it's more like they put it out to get money, not put it out to actually
to make a good game. It was like different voice actors, worse animation.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Just a bad game
like
generally.
The Game of Thrones game that came out. I didn't even look at. I looked at the advert. Fucking cringe.
All the game. I'm so sad about Game of Thrones still.
Imagine like having a Skyrim game, like.
But for Game of Thrones.
Like that would be sick.
I'd love that. I think that'd be great. Like you get set out as like a mercenary and you're on your own in the world. Yeah. And then suddenly there's like these huge armies fighting and you hear like apparently up north there's an undead army. And it's like, oh, what? Because you're just like a normal pleb with like a knife.
Do you remember Quarantine Break? I think it's
no, what's that?
It was a game that you played the game and then in between like different chapters of the game they had an actual series that you could watch as well.
Oh, what? When did this come out?
Oh, it was like 2 years ago now.
Oh, I thought you could say it was recent because it had like quarantine in the name.
I think I'm 100% it's called that. And
I'm gonna look it up.
And
Quarantine
it was
Break.
very I watched the series and never played the game, but if it was like that, but Game of Thrones kind of style, like it's happening while you're playing it, I reckon that would be sick.
I think it'd be I just like the idea of the Game of Thrones world, but you're just like a normal person.
Yeah, you're living your life.
I don't want to be going through it as like Jon Snow.
No, yeah.
Because it's just boring.
I agree. Just have because you already know it.
Yeah, you already know it. Plus, it's like you go somewhere and he's like, I am the best swordsman for like 100 miles. And it's like, oh, okay, then I guess I'll just win everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe you'll see a dragon pop over of like Daenerys entering the battle.
Yeah, maybe.
That would look sick. That would actually be sick.
I just think it'd be cool if there was like you're a mercenary up north or something, and it's like the Battle of the Bastards, and you have to choose whose side you're on, and you can. I think it'd be cool if you could genuinely, like, like you could sway the battle. Do
you reckon? Oh, spoilers. Do you reckon that you would actually like to have Boltons to win that?
I think it would be cool if the Boltons had won.
No, but
just to see what would happen.
But remember in the battle, the Boltons battered Jon Snow's
army. Yeah, the Boltons did win.
But then the Vale army came in and just mowed them down.
Fucking Knights of the Vale, after like 1 day's notice, turned up just in the nick of time.
The horses.
I know they had horses, but they're fucking miles away.
Yeah, horses can go miles quite easily.
It was a great battle, so I'm not even gonna get angry about it.
Yeah, then you think
that was one of those things where I was watching. I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is why Game of Thrones is the best."
Oh, I know.
I hope it never ends.
It was so good, and that was like a full. Oh, it was beautiful. I'm annoyed that the giant died though. I like the giant.
Right, why didn't they give the giant like a tree or something?
Yeah,
That's
a good point.
There's all these guys with like spears closing in on them, and the giant's like, "Oh fuck." It's not like he's armored. He's wearing fur. He's like, he can still get stabbed. So he's like, ah, shit. And he's like, I think at one point he uses like a shield to try and like throw some spears like out of the way. Yeah. But at the same time, he's a giant. Give him like a fucking log, and then he can just fucking batter them.
Oh, I was thinking.
I don't know why the giant wasn't even like picking up people
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what I was.
like
I
just
was about to
chucking
say.
people
I was gonna say
around.
that. I was saying if I was that giant in that corner with spares on me, I'll get my own people and throw it at him, knock
Yeah,
him
it's
over.
like there's like a yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, most of them are getting killed anyway.
Yeah,
I'll just
exactly.
pick up a body,
Yeah.
just like
Or
launch a body at someone. Do you know how heavy a human body like wearing
yeah,
armor
but
is?
he
How
could
hard that'd
no,
be?
he could pick someone up gently and then like kind of toss him over the wall.
He could toss them off.
You know, like gently
He
like
could
a
like
little.
lean over and place them behind enemy lines.
But you know what
Why
I
didn't he
mean?
think of that?
You know what I mean? It's just like you get
Yeah,
a
man.
little jump and then he's
It's like
over.
Ramsey's like really confused because before the battle started, they're setting out like loads of mattresses everywhere, and then as soon as they start to corner them, the giant's just like launching people to land on the mattresses.
Got a little catapult.
Yeah. Well, no. Why would they need a catapult if they've got the giant?
Oh yeah. But we
You
can get a
fool.
catapult for the giant.
Again, why wouldn't you just give him some rocks to throw as well?
Why don't you have a catapult for the giant?
What, a catapult that throws the giant?
Yeah, into the castle. And what are you gonna do then?
I mean, there's a point where the giant's almost dead, and he smashes down the doors of Winterfell.
Yeah. And then
First
Bolton
of all,
kills him.
I thought the doors of like Winterfell were like impenetrable. No one will ever get through. But that giant comes through with like over 1,000 arrows sticking out of him. He wasn't going to survive anyway, even if Ramsay didn't shoot him in the eye. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I reckon the castle's getting old, getting past its due date. That's why. Either
I think it was just to advance the plot.
Nah, it is
Because you don't want to have that amazing battle, and then Ramsay just sits in his castle for 5 years.
They could have lost. I don't get why they rode out. Why did they ride out to meet him? I thought he was staying in the castle.
What Ramsay?
Yeah. Was it to show like how?
Yeah, there was a bit
powerful
in
he
it where
is?
he was like, if Ramsay's smart, he'll stay in the castle. And then
Yeah.
Sansa comes over and goes, but he won't stay in the castle because he's a dick and he just enjoys beating people up. And I was like,
that
oh
kinda
yeah.
makes sense.
It kind of made sense for his character because he
Yeah,
had like, he'd like crucified some people and set them on fire outside
This is why
on the battlefield.
Game of Thrones was so good till the last two fucking. Well, I think season 7 was still good, but
Season 7 was still okay.
season
It
8
wasn't terrible.
The first
Season
two
8,
episodes.
just I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the first 2 episodes though. 'Cause
I got worried with the first 3 episodes of season 8. I was getting so worried. I was like, oh god, I hope they don't fuck it up now. And then I remember my dad was like, no, I reckon they're gonna do this, and he was telling me all these like elaborate things that he'd read online. I was like, they're not though.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they are anymore. I don't think there is any big twist. I think it's just gonna be the bad guys die, good guys win, and then it did turn out to be that.
But Dave and whatever he's called, Dave and David, they're called.
Something like that, yeah.
The double D's. They both have said that it's going to be a sweet, bitter ending. Like people are going to die.
It's gonna be a bittersweet ending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
because
are
it
going
was
to die,
wank.
but it's gonna, it's good. Yeah.
It was wank, and at the same time, it was sweet because it was a good show, and it's bitter because it was a terrible ending.
It was so bad.
It was the worst. I think it was genuinely the worst ending I've ever seen of any TV show.
It would make more sense.
I would have preferred them to fucking have Jon Snow wake up and it's like, Jon, it's all been a dream, and Jon just like has like an office job in modern day.
To me, it would
I'd have
make
preferred that
sense.
as an ending.
To me, it'll make sense if Daenerys fell in love with Jon, and then the Battle of the North happens, and Jon dies. Jon's dead, so she's lost him. She's also lost her little dwarf pet.
What?
What's he called?
Tyrion. A dwarf pet.
or he's like broken. You know, like he's like he was this big general that was gonna tell him where to fight, and then he kept losing all the battles. Like to just get her to the point where she's got no home, she's got no.
I think she should have when she burns down King's Landing. I think she should have lost more to get to that point because fucking
to make her mad, to make her.
It doesn't make any
desperate.
sense.
I think she needed to be desperate. But they didn't make her desperate. She still had a big army behind her. She still had the love
She
of
had
her
what's
life,
it called
John.
as well? She had exactly. She had a massive army, and she had like the Northern Army.
Yeah, exactly. She had
She
everything.
had
If she had nothing and she almost broken, I could see why she would get desperate to push herself to go mad.
yeah.
But
I think it would have been better to have it as like John. John's like, hooray! They're like even this would have like as tipping her over the edge. You know when she's like burned down all like the defenses of King's Landing and they start ringing the bells
yeah,
and she's up there like with crazy in her eyes going,
yeah.
I'm gonna burn it all like that. I think if she'd have like looked down and then she sees John and John's like, it's like one of those like really cheesy moments. And John's like waving up at her, like smiling, like, look, they surrendered. And then John gets like stabbed in the face. I think, and then she just goes, what? And she just burns everything. I think that would have been like better even.
Do you know what
But
I've
she
just
doesn't.
thought of?
Instead, she's on the wall.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I remember all the bad things they did, even though now they're surrendering. And let's be honest, it wasn't all of the people from King's Landing that did this. It was mostly, the actual people in charge. And she's like, no, burn down the poor people. What?
Yeah, it's a bit mad. It makes no sense. But you know what I've just thought of? See, I'm thinking of good stuff that is better than what they had a year to think of.
Yeah.
Right.
In about
Daenerys-
5 minutes, I could write a script that was just way better.
Yeah. Or like a basic main
They didn't even have a
story.
year. They had like 2 years to do it.
No, I'm thinking. I just thought of this right now. Daenerys gets captured by the White King. What is it? The White Walker King, and
She becomes the White Queen.
no, but she
Oh.
slowly becomes mad while in his like capture.
she's like tortured in like the
Yeah,
icy kingdom.
She's tortured, and John's mission is to they obviously John then controls both their armies. Daenerys's.
Oh,
and
I would have liked the opposite.
and their mission is to save John, or not save Daenerys. John's mission is to save Daenerys.
Yeah, I would have liked it as that. So what happens is when John goes north, and then Daenerys just turns up out of nowhere. She's like, "Bam! Fire!" And the Night King gets Daenerys' dragon by killing it. Instead of that happening, what I would have liked for is, they send like the Raven and everything, and Daenerys is like, "I'm on my way," and we just see a scene of John being surrounded by zombies, and he gets killed, and he's like dragged away, and then the Night King like turns him into one of his lieutenants, and then Daenerys turns up, and she's too late, and John's there with like bright blue eyes, and she's like,
imagine.
she's like completely distraught, and she's so like upset by it that she like burns half the Night King's army, and she like picks up half dead John and takes him away, and he's like in a crate forever, and he's like screaming and trying to kill people because he's a zombie, and she's like, do you like my lover Jon Snow? And he's like this horrible monster in a cage.
Yeah.
And she's just nuts.
Or the plot that is like because John's already died, has been brought back to life. Imagine the White Walkers couldn't actually turn him into undead or couldn't control him because of that reason. Imagine anything would have been better.
Yeah, anything where like the Night King fucking puts his hand on like the Hound, and the Hound turns into like an undead guy. He's like, ugh. And then he puts his hand on.
Hound.
He turns into a dog, and then
A poodle.
and then he puts his hand on John, and it's like nothing happens.
Yeah.
And then John's like, bitch, I've already been killed. And then he stabs him with his Valyrian steel sword, and he's like, no. But then, John gets like, either John gets control of like the White Walkers because he's killed the king, or John like, because it's magic that he doesn't understand, John has like now accidentally made himself become the Night King.
Yeah. Like,
so Daenerys goes up there to like help him, and she sees him like heading the army, and she's like, what the fuck?
yeah, so it's like because he touched him, but he's like half evil,
Yeah,
half.
because he killed like the Night King, he has to take his place or something like that.
You're describing the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
Oh fuck.
Already been done, Joe. But the thing is,
Shit.
everything's been done. When you think about a plot, right?
Yeah, that's been done as well. It was done in Pirates of the Caribbean, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The squid guy.
That's what the Squid Guy.
If you stab him in the heart, then we have to cut out your heart and put it in the same box.
It's the rules. Gotta break the rules.
It's the rules.
I don't want to
Sorry,
be
but I'm a real stickler for the rules, and it says in my book, big book of rules, that we have to put your heart in this box now. So, sorry.
Yeah, have you ever watched the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Count now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when Sean Locke's like,
sorry,
but it's part of the rules.
I love him. He's
then
not on the latest season, is he?
Isn't he? I don't
No.
know. I don't really watch it when the latest season's out. I usually watch the stuff later. You know, like when it gets on YouTube and stuff.
Honestly, that's one of my favourite shows ever. It's just such a boring show, but they put it into like such a funny thing.
A good format, yeah.
But anyway,
It's a terrible, boring show, but they have people who are so good with such great chemistry, that it becomes an entertaining show.
yeah, and like Lee Mack as well on for and David
I love Lee Mack.
from
Yeah.
Would I Lie to You? Can you hear that?
Those two are great.
Can you hear that? Wait,
Can I hear what?
Stop now. Oh, never mind then. Tell me if you hear something.
When I listen back, I might be able to hear it on your recording, but I can't hear it coming through my headphones. So hopefully you're not picking it up.
Yeah. Do you hear that?
No.
It's just gonna be me. Do you hear that?
It's just gonna be you every five. Do you hear that? Do you hear it now?
Anyway,
What about now?
what we were saying is, that's why I think that movies are very hard to impress you nowadays, because you've seen a lot of plots and a lot of twists, so you can predict what's gonna come because you've seen that plot so many times.
I don't even know if it's that. I think it's because they have to rush it. I think the last genuinely good film that I saw, for me personally, that didn't get dragged out too much, but also at the same time didn't feel too rushed, was Knives Out. You know, that we saw together.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I thought that was really good.
I rewatched that.
It was really good because
few weeks
it was so obvious in certain ways that it threw you off.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, this guy's such like a massive dick. Chances are, you know, he's got something to do with it. But then at the same time, you're like, no, wait, but it's just amazing. The way that everything is so obvious, but then at the same time, that makes it harder to guess.
I like movies where if you even pay more attention than just the plot and like little like off like
there's little things that people don't notice.
Yeah, and when you do notice them, like the start where it says only an idiot would not know between a fake knife and a real knife.
Yeah.
And then at the end it comes in.
And at the end, spoiler, an idiot doesn't realise that he's got a fake knife.
Oh, it's beautiful. And then she's got the mug right at the end saying like, "My home, my rules, get out."
Does it say that? I thought it was something like
my
Home Sweet Home or something.
No, it's like my home, my rules, my whatever.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's cool.
And the
I
guy
don't
had
remember.
it. The guy had it that died right at the start, and now she has it. So it's like passing on the leadership. Oh, it's beautiful.
I genuinely, there were so many points in the film where I was trying to be too smart about it.
Yeah, I get it.
But there were also loads of points where, because I'd been too smart for some bits, there were other bits that turned up where I wasn't thinking smart enough. So something had happened where I'd be like, oh, I bet this is going to happen next because it's a really complicated plot. And then something simple had happened and I'd go, oh, well, next is probably just going to be this shit thing. And then instantly it was like, bam, something smart happens. I was like,
Shit.
It was good. I really like that film.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's definitely worth the watch. 100%.
Yeah.
And
But now so many films, it feels like you're watching it and then you
guess
do
what's
know
gonna
what's going to come.
You can just guess,
But
and you're not surprised when it
I think we've been spoiled as well by, what's it called, by TV series that are good. Because when you've got it, it's so slow paced because you've got like 50 hours to cram the whole story in instead of, 2 hours like a film is. I think it's just better. Whereas when you're watching a film, a lot of the time, unless it really gets its hooks into you, like from the word go, you're just there the entire time thinking, this is a bit quick.
Yeah, that's why movies are getting longer and longer. They're starting to come to like 3 hours now.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit there for fucking 4 hours.
I would. If it's a good movie, yeah, I would.
If it was a good movie and I'm watching it at home, yeah, sure, because I can pause it and go for a piss and stuff like that. But I don't want to miss key elements of a film just because it goes on for half a day.
Hold it. Bring a bottle.
Bring a bottle,
Yeah.
just piss in public. Yeah.
Yeah, just have a little like tube connected.
Oh yeah, like those things that truckers have.
Yeah.
That like goes on the end of your dick,
Yep.
so you can just piss into like a bag.
Yep. I don't know why I had to go into more detail.
I'm just saying, because it's you then sat there with like piss going down your leg into a bag, and you've just got piss attached to you for the rest of the day.
Just feel this warm like line down your leg.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's a cold cinema, and suddenly half your body warms up because you're pissing down a leg.
No, it's like coiled around your full leg, and it just warms you up.
Yeah, it's like wrapped around you. And then you've got like one massively swollen ankle.
Why?
Oh my god, what happened?
Why?
Oh, nothing.
Why do you need blankets when you've got a piss tube?
Yeah,
Recycling.
it just
piece
it just
around your
fills up
body.
like there's like a pair of pants that just fill up with piss. Never be cold again.
Yeah,
The new piss pants. That's a great idea. Should patent that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's
I
not get
think
this
a lot of the
episode
time, I think a lot of the time, it's hard not to think your idea is going to be better than what you
It
see on
is.
screen.
out. Yeah, 100%.
Because, I mean, obviously, we have some great ideas.
Obviously. Oh, we should tell some of our ideas.
I don't know if I want to.
Why?
Because some of our ideas are terrible.
But some of them are good.
Which makes them funnier, but still.
I think they're good, but we need like a good way of proposing.
I think we're not good at proposing a story.
Because I think because we've got such chemistry, when we think about something, we both imagine it in our minds.
Yeah,
And
we
it's, like,
both see it
linked up.
exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And as well, we both know, without saying half of like the details, we both know what's going on in the other one's head.
The full plot as well.
Whereas we couldn't sell it to Netflix as like a series because they'd be like, okay, what happens then? And we'd just make eye contact and start laughing.
Netflix will buy anything these days.
They probably would.
Yeah.
They'd buy. I've got like, genuinely, I've written like 5 or 6 stories that I've been thinking about. And I think Netflix would buy at least 4 of them
See,
to adapt into stuff.
This is the thing. I would love a game that was so like the story was like Game of Thrones, like so
Like a TV show,
diverse.
yeah.
And
It's hard to do though,
it is very hard. Yeah, it's hard, but not impossible.
but not impossible.
I reckon if you had the funds and you had the right
We
people,
We don't though.
in due time, my friend. Due time.
All in due course. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we were billionaires, we could probably produce some.
We would make so much shit.
We would make so much crap that no one ever wanted.
But we wouldn't care because we're billionaires.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be great.
I would so do that. It's
I
like
love it.
if you was, I don't know if I said this before, but if I was a billionaire anyway, and usually when billionaires always invest it straight away, and they usually wear like not Gucci stuff like Bill Gates. He just wears like a £20.
I remember you
Jacket,
saying
yeah.
this.
I wouldn't be that. I would spend so much
I know
money.
you wouldn't. You just fucking piss away all your money.
No, I'll piss it away. I'll make sure I have an income.
Well, yeah, obviously you're not going to spend $1 billion on just like buying an outfit, but at the same time, I don't know. When you get that rich, it's like you don't need to show off.
You thinking of bread?
Bread, yeah, that's it.
Bread.
Bread.
Oh, wait, what bread do you eat? Do you eat white bread?
Yeah, of course.
What? Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
Seeded bread is where it's
Oh,
seeded.
seeded bread.
It's so nice.
The fuck?
I get
Seeded
white-
bread is the worst.
white bread for toast is the best. but seeded
Yeah.
bread for sandwiches is
Ew.
it adds so much to it, and it's so healthy as well. Oh,
No,
healthy.
you're right. You know that picture.
That we
I
bought.
feel like I've sent you this before, but you know that picture of that bread, and it just looks like a block of concrete
Oh,
because there's so many seeds in
you
it.
seen picture or picture?
Picture.
Because I thought when you said picture, I thought of the when we went to Hollywood Bowl and we bought that picture.
Oh, like a picture of beer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I'm saying like pictures, and that there's the picture, and I feel like I've sent it you before, and it's a bread, and it's got just so many seeds in it. It looks like compressed gravel.
No. Well,
That's what seeded bread just tastes like to me,
No, it
and
doesn't.
I hate it.
Oh, you're wrong. You're getting.
I can't stand it.
Is your dad like just getting some grub outside? Fucking put it on a plate. There you go. There you
That's
go, son.
genuinely, that's what it looks like.
Well, no, that's not seeded bread. Honestly,
Disgusting.
if you came over, I would make you the best sandwiches.
Like a
with
shiver.
so much
I
meat
wouldn't
on
eat it. There's so much meat on it. Thanks. An inedible sandwich for me.
No,
Too kind.
no, you can. One day I'm gonna spike you with meat.
Maybe a cheese sandwich.
See
And
what
there's like a
happens.
single crumb of ham.
No, I'll be saying this is vegan. It's vegan. It's no meat in it at all. And I'll just
I feel like that's happened before.
as an experiment, I'll see what happens.
I
See
just
if it
explode.
Like our minds went to the same thing. You just explode there and then. You've got your guts all over me, like screaming.
Oh god, I'm still alive. Yeah. It's like the scene from Alien, you know, where the guy's on like the table and the chest burster comes out. But instead I'm just like, oh god, why David? And he's like, oh my god, I thought you were vegetarian out of choice. I'm like, no, you knew I'd explode.
I'm
And then
melting. I'm melting.
I'm melting.
That's we should see. I like to think that we could do little like skits like that.
Yeah, I think we could do skits
I'm
quite well.
melting. I'm melting. And she was just falling on the floor.
But the thing is, for like the sake of context, you need context to understand why that's funny. Because I'm vegetarian,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we know that. But I feel like if we were doing a skit and it was like, bam, we'd just have to explain it, and we'd have to treat the audience as if they were fucking idiots.
no, because they'll obviously watch our podcast, get to know us.
Oh,
You know.
obviously, yeah.
Oh,
No one watches
that's why
our
we should.
podcast.
That's why we should play games. I reckon. Upload some
Oh,
game videos.
it's just, I don't know if I can be asked playing games, you know.
No, but it would be like a fun thing, once a week.
I know I can play games, but I just don't know about how we're gonna play them together.
No, I'll like come to your house. You would put a game on.
What, and just co-op?
Well, yeah, no, we'll just have no. It'll be on one PC or maybe two if.
Yeah,
we
that's
really
what I
want to.
mean. One PC, and we just play like cooperative, sat next to each other.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and then we just
shoulder
discuss as
to
we play.
shoulder.
We could play that
Yeah,
Love Island
no,
game.
The what?
The Love Island game.
Oh, fuck off. Playing the Love Island game. Absolute shite. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm just going to guess it's absolute shite. If it even exists.
We could cheat on everyone, Joe.
We could cheat on everyone. Imagine it.
Our life. What we've dreamed about all those times.
Well, I've not dreamed about that.
What? No. Who would dream about that?
You've not even got a girlfriend to cheat on. Right, that was it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed.
Episode 1.1.
Hopefully it's... Yeah, episode 1.1. Hopefully it's not too terrible, and I actually managed to get it out this time instead of episode 1.0, which we won't mention anymore.
What's
See you
1.1?
next time.
Bye.